Hey, welcome back to Beer Geeks Beer Reviews. My name is Scott White, and I'm here to give you a big beer review. Now, as you can see, I've got some sample tasting glasses sitting out here in front of me. Um, and yes, I'm doing a huge, lengthy little bit of a review while I get the chance to. Um, if none of you really understand this right now, you're about to right now. One of my favorite beers from Sam Adams happens to be the Latitude 48. Well, I don't have one of the original Latitude 48s, but I did get a chance to come across something that I would love to review, so I went ahead and gathered them all up. I have a picture up on Facebook page. But without further ado, I wish I had a single hop version of this beer. Um, Bam, Latitude 48. This is the newer one, the 2013 edition with the Simcoe. I do have a review with it. But now I also have, look at this, look at this, bam, Latitude 48 Deconstructed, the Autumn, the Zeus, Simcoe, Hallertau Middle Fruit, and also, bam, East Kent Goldings. Now, as you can see, I have all of them, except for the original Latitude 48. So we're going to work with the off of the newer version with the last one. Let me go ahead and pop all these. These are old, except for this one. These were released quite a while ago. So that's why I'm really interested in doing this, because of the sheer fact that I can see, if the hops have totally just and gone away. Let me go ahead and start popping tops and getting a pour off of each and every one of them. Actually, very lively carbonation still left in these bottles. These bottles were very well taken care of. See a little bit of aging underneath the cap, so not too sure how this is going to go. Um, we're about to find out. One of the big things that I like to actually believe in is that beer does not go bad unless it's not very well taken care of. Still a lot of fizz in this. Still, as you can see, that they have good head retention. All the beer is pretty much just still the same. And I will go ahead and also pop the new one. Most of you are probably like, you should have poured it beforehand. And finally, the newer one. Set all this stuff aside. And here we go. Now, I'll work with these Hallertau Middle Fruit over here and work my way this way. I may have not gotten them all in, somewhat of a correct order from what hop does what, but I will try to give you guys an example on each and every one of them. Trying to even out some of these glasses. Simcoe seems to actually not holding a head as much as the others. Actually, very lovely. Let's start over here, and this is should be the Hallertau Middle Fruit. Now, here it is. all in its glory. You know, just the same looking beer that I remember the original Latitude 48 looking like. Now, as for coloring, I'm still giving that IPA dark golden color. Head is a, fluffy white, watery looking, surprisingly. Um, Tight laced white bubbles and carbonation. There's a lot of carbonation in this. As for the smell and the aroma, malty. I am getting a lot of hops. I am getting a very floral aroma, very flowery, very there is a little bit of fruitiness there, but it smells more flowery. It smells like a very light IPA. As for taste, it's almost like a pale ale. Now, I'm pretty sure that I've had a pale ale that has actually been that has been hopped with the Hallertau Middle Fruit. Matter of fact, it was Sam's themselves that did an imperial version of this. It would almost taste exactly like this now. It was the imperial Pilsner, the Hallertau Middle Fruit imperial Pilsner, which they need to bring back. If you all are watching this, um, bring back the Hallertau Middle Fruit, please. There's a big crowd that wants it. Other than that, again, very floral, very malty, but yet just a hint of citrus. Now we're going to move on to the East Kent Goldings. Now, as you can see, again, this one seems a tad bit lighter. Um, the head has stuck around. It's very creamy up on top. Let me go ahead and pour a little bit more into this. Very creamy. You can see that head. Carbonation is just like booming everywhere from this one. Very grassy, very green, very leafy. Smells very inviting. I can smell like a little bit of a breadiness to it. What else? It is. Again, very creamy. Got the malts there, the same malts that were, that seem to be in the other one. But this one very leafy, very light, very drinkable. It's both of these have really high drinkabilities. Um, Very mouth coating, actually. Uh, what else do I want to say about this before I move on? Um, Very earthiness. It's got like a slight earth tone to it. Um, Very lovely. I'm liking that one as well. And now we're going to move over to the Simcoe. Simcoe, just for some reason, it's like the Simcoe had not hung on to much of a head. So here we go. I'll show this off to you as well. Again, it seems to be a little bit lighter in color than the first one. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but they well, to this extent, showing you they almost look the same. I'm pretty sure that they're going to be, rather identical. Uh, Again, green notes, green grassy notes, but yet there's a little bit like of a citrus note to this one. Little bit of a piney note to it. Yes, I can tell that the acidic notes to this it's going up in chain. Um, Starting off with the Hallertau and then moving on to the Goldings and now on to the Simcoe. It's going up in the chain, and the bitterness is continuing to flow with this. It's starting to get a little bit more bitter. It definitely has that big grassy notes, but yet now you're starting to get the bitterness right in here left over. Ah, very lovely, very, very lovely. And now we're going to move over to the let's switch these two. For some reason, I want to say let's switch these two. Bring this one over here and bring this one here. Let's start with the Autumn. Um, all right. Again, carbonation. There's a lot of carbonation coming from this. Head stuck around very nicely. Again, same kind of aspect as before. Same coloring. You're getting that IPA gold color. And as for aroma, there it is. All right, you're starting to really get into a lot of aroma now. You're really getting that green. You're really getting the citrus. You're really getting that pininess now. Mm, smells good. Gross. That one seems to be a little bit more watery than the rest of them. Very light and floral, but yet at the same time, I'm also still getting that stickiness, the resin. Um, and the bitterness is there. The bitterness to most of these is probably toned down a little bit. If I'm correct about this, this set had originally came out in 2011. Now this is 2013, well past over 2 years that this set has been out. So I'm imagining that it's toned down a little bit, but I'm still getting very lovely aspects from each and every one of these. Now let's go right into the Zeus. Uh, Zeus's head seems to be very light, very carbonation still there. The carbonation's going wild in there, but the head just seems to be like a ring around it and just flat up on top. Very creamy looking. Again, same same stuff. There it is. Big pine notes, big resin notes. Very lovely, very, very lovely. Gross. Oh yeah. Malts are still there. The same malts that I'm getting in every single one of these beers. Um, Except for this one. This one is just like a big, big burst of nothing but pine, resin, fresh cut grass. Like you're sitting there, just got these hops all up in your hands and you're going like this, and then it's just like, bow, right in your face. Now, all of them together, plus the new edition of the Moisanac, however you guys want to say this, the Hop edition for 2013. Let me go ahead and pour this in here and get a little bit of a head off of it. Um, Again, this one out of them all, lighter. I definitely see a difference in the color of the beer specifically. This one seems lighter than the rest of them. But let's go ahead and get into it. And uh, no, this one out of them all, big, huge floral notes. I mean, it's big, it's up in your face, it's very floral, very flower-esque. Um, you definitely do smell the greens, like the green grass, the hoppiness. You do get a little bit of like grapefruit, um, pininess, resin. Um, let's see, gross. All right, all together, bam, wow, out the park. This new hop edition also adds. I mean, you're definitely getting the maltiness. You're definitely getting a little bit of a bready note to it. The malts are there. There's like you definitely get that caramelisk flavor from them all. Still in this one, you still get that little tinge of bitterness in the back end of your throat. Palate wise. I'm definitely getting a big grassy note, big hop note, big resin, big grapefruit, big floral note. Um, just a lovely offering. I'm glad that they added the new hop into it. It kind of enhanced all of the hops and added to me that bigger grapefruit that this was really truly missing, even in the single bottle. Um, each and every one of these is just amazing. If you happen to miss out on it, I am truly sorry that we all missed out on it. I wish I could have had this fresh, but I didn't get a chance to. Even at this stage, if I'm remembering correctly, this actually came out around May or June, maybe even late April of 2011. And here it is going into mid-October of 2013. And then this is the last one that we have to offer with. I wish I would have had an original to compare, these two with, the original and this one. Therefore, it would have been like a complete lineup. I could have ran down the line, said, okay, here's it all together, and now here's the new hop edition. But even tasting all of these straight in a line, very good offering, very great. If you guys can actually find it somewhere somehow, do pick it up. There are collectors out there. There are people that actually still have this set. That it might be a little pricey because aging beers, just the price range goes way out there. But with that said, here it is. This is the review of the Deconstructed plus the 2013 of the Latitude 48. Love it. Love it. Love all these bottles, even though they're aged. With that said, I'm going to jump up out of here, and prost, cheers. Do not drink and drive. If you can find this, do pick it up. It is well worth it. Peace. Prost. Deuce. And please, rate, comment, and subscribe. Love the comments. Keep them coming. Later.